I don't know what his race is.
Right.
God damn it.
Boy.
And we are live.
I need a Homie the Clown sock. Like,
Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the August 3, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in live with us Saturday at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. We ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards, and my co-hosts today are Walk, star and host of Sex Talk with Walk, Thursday at 9 p.m. We got Mr. Floyd X, the glue that holds everything together, and El Pooh, star of Spin That Back, Saturday, well, almost every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. What we got going on today after this show?
Yeah, in respect for DJ Polo, we're going to talk about DJ Polo and the cool G rap, the cool genius of rap.
The greater verse on symphony. Yes, correct. So let's get to the get. We don't have a first lady today. She's got to take care of some business. So sister, we're holding you down. And brother Charles X, our minister information. He's got some stuff to do. He's got a very interesting take, and it's a shame that he's ducking the show once he has something critical to say about his boy. But we'll cover it on the rebound, and we might have Omar pop in at some point. So anyways, what's going on with you, Walt?
man, I'm chilling, man. I gotta give a shout out to my baby mama. Today her birthday. Happy birthday, Siobhan. After this, see, I faked like I was broke, so she say I'm gonna take you to breakfast, but I'm gonna pay for it. I got a lot of money right now. I be working hard. Now, yeah, happy birthday, young lady.
That's what's up.
That's all I got going on.
Mr. Floyd X, what's going on with you, brother?
Chilling, just ready to get the show going. Trying to put this link up in Facebook right quick so we get our Facebook followers to watch the show. They got them new rules and making it difficult for people to find us.
That's right. Haters gonna hate. Infamous El Pooh, what it do?
Blessed and happy to be here once again, bro. That's it.
All right, let's get to the get. First up in the news, what we got? Well, what we're gonna do is we always start off with our rest in pieces. So our first thing we're gonna talk about DJ Polo. So Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. That's a great foundational duo of my real era of hip hop. That was the one I was really part of. And when I think of DJ Polo, I think of the Butcher Shop. The song he had on the Colors, and of course it's a demo. So it's just Cool G Rap did a good job of putting this DJ out there. You got to understand, a lot of these DJs. Most of the people that was making money, they really made their money on a tour. So you really needed your DJ to do your thing on tour to help you and stuff like that. So he was a big part of those early, Cool G Rap working. So you got something to say about this, Brother Walt?
Definitely, DJ Polo. I just remember Rockers. I just the mixes he did, them songs, Poison. Come on, and he was very intricate in the whole team. Like now, you don't even hear a DJ name. Like we gotta hear stuff like Gunna and DJ Snitch or something. Now that's how it be. I'm just trying to help out. Yo, salute, rest in peace, DJ Polo. Cold Chillin' Records, man.
That's right, the Juice Crew OG. And then
Yes, wait, hold on, no. It was another one too. Play It Again, Polo. Remember that one, y'all? It was a song called Play It Again, Polo, too. Anyway, rest in peace to Polo. And I just want to say one thing. Yeah, back in the 80s, early part of the 90s, everybody had a DJ. DJ was like Mr. Nice Guy said, was very important. Now DJs don't even exist. I mean, you got DJ Mustard, you got DJ Khaled. They mostly producers, and I think Khaled can actually get down the table. Maybe Mustard can too. But shout out to the old school DJs. That's all I got to say. Rest in peace.
And then we also have another rest in peace, ChinoXL. Now, ChinoXL, if you don't know, this was one of them original dudes. I remember hearing about how him and Tretz, they used to have these, battles in the underground, in their little underground, wherever they used to perform and compete and stuff like that. This was a dude that was going after people. I mean, he made all these sort of like punchlines that were kind of rubbing people the wrong way. Like 50 Cent had that song, How to Rob. That's basically doing what ChinoXL was doing before him. So, this dude was a master lyricist, master rapper. He just dropped a verse on this Rock Him album that just got released a week or so ago. And, he was still doing things. But, it's sad. Brothers our age is dying. So, salute to that brother.
Definitely.
These folks.
Definitely. I didn't even know me and Chino was the same age. 50 years old. Yeah, I'm 50 years old. And dude looked like he was in shape, like he was living good. You never know when it's gonna occur. But I remember first hearing ChinoXL on the Wake Up Show. Dude would come through there and just massacre shit. Massacre. And we can't forget Tupac, ChinoXL, ChinoXL, F you too. You notice everybody that Pac mentioned is still kind of relevant to this day from that one song, Hit 'Em Up. But it was like that. But I'm going to recite a line, if I can remember, that he said about Tupac. He said, when Pac died, I cried, but I'm a representative. ChinoXL make the Machiavelli sound like the Macarena. It was hard, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, ChinoXL.
Yeah, remember that other line he said, though? I'm trying not to get F or raped like Tupac in jail. Where he said that was a crazy line. That's why Tupac went off on him, for those that don't know. So,
right.
All right, so we're moving on to that. Nothing to say, Mr. Floyd X. I don't want to step on you. I want to put you out there if you don't say nothing. So all right, let's talk about the Olympics. So, go ahead.
Real quick, I wanted to cover the Olympics last week, but it was so much news going on, and we trying to keep up with this presidential stuff, so we missed it. We Snoop Dogg, he did the torch. He walked the torch. He crip walked while he was walking the torch. That was interesting to see. Let me get the picture up real quick. Snoop Dogg was out there, so he's representing in the Olympics, and he walked the torch. And people were saying it looked like he got a big ass blunt in his hand. But shout out to Snoop Dogg. I thought I had the video. Let me see. Him doing that shit. Okay, we got somebody clicking in.
When he gets up ready, we'll put him up. That's right.
Turn up the dial. It's 10.
Damn, wrong video.
Welcome to the show, Omar.
Yeah, right? Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Welcome to the show, brother. We're talking about the Olympics right now. So where was we at? Where was you at, Mr. Nice Guy?
No, you was talking about Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was the opening the torch thing, and then they had that performance that was very not widely appreciated.
Oh yeah, the Last Supper mock.
See, that's the thing about it. They said that they weren't doing the Last Supper. They were doing the Dionys, whatever, the Greek god of lust or something like that, whatever. But of course, it was like a whole bunch of people like trans or something like that. I mean, I didn't watch it. I just know that they did that, but they were saying that it wasn't supposed to be a replica of the Last Supper. It was supposed to be a replica of Dionys, whatever, the Greek god of hoeing out, whatever he is.
Whatever it was sick. It was sick. It was disgusting, and it was totally unnecessary. And we know what that was. It was it's just like how they used to have the dogs. Remember how your grandmother have the dogs replicating that whole Last Supper thing? Everyone does it, but that was sick to be displayed at the Olympics. Come on, what's going on with America? Oh, I forgot Joe Biden was the president.
Yeah, that was in France, though, bro.
I know what they had to do.
Y'all got to understand what they doing. what they all doing is they making a mockery out of Christianity. That's what they doing. Even with Trump acting like he a big Christian, selling Bibles and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to talk about the president, you want a cat like that. I mean, anyway, I ain't going to be going to that. That's not the discussion. But what goes around, these European people always been like that. Go back into their history. Look at all these little statues they got, little boys and stuff, naked and stuff. These people right here always been sick, bro.
Go ahead, Omar.
To throw a little like inquiry monkey wrench in it, I'm just want to ask, because a lot of times we see little scenarios and little skits that kind of make fun or make mockery or imitate the Greek gods. So do people have a problem with that as well? Because that was once the religion of the Greek people and many other peoples as well.
Yeah, but do anybody still believe in that? I mean, I hear what you're saying. On the one hand, basically it's like a person can make fun of this person's stuff, but they can't make fun of other people's stuff. So I get that, though. But I don't know if anybody's actively, practicing that Greek paganism. So I'm
pretty sure it is.
So you
should. There's still some practitioners. They're not in the thousands and like they used to be, but yeah, definitely.
Hey, you know what? There's people that believe in flat Earth and they believe that Kamala isn't black, so people can believe anything. Walk.
She not like us though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you got something else to say about that, Mr. Floyd X?
Nah, the Olympics. Oh, as far as the people.
Go ahead.
Huh? Yeah, go ahead. What'd you say?
No, I'm gonna give it to you. We're talking about Simone
Biles. That's what I want to get on. Simone Biles. Shout out to Simone Biles. I believe she's like the most decorated gymnast. She broke the record. She got all the medals. I forget how many she got, but she just still stacking them up. She won one. I think it was last night. She did that routine. I saw it, and it was nice. So she's doing her thing. Shout out to Simone Biles. And then y'all want to speak on her? Moving on or what?
Nope. I mean, she did that. Not only that, this is a sister who had to pull out the last Olympics for mental health reasons, and then you got people like JD Vance, calling her a quitter. But hey, it's like, look, just sometimes you don't gotta criticize or jump in on everything. Sometimes you just gotta let person do their thing. But that's right. She also likes her black job. Shout out to La Brea Truck, and yeah, she pointed that out there. She's like celebrating her black job, whatever the hell a black job is.
Hey, Trump made it clear. He made it clear what his black job is.
It's interesting though. A lot of the people with the most criticism, whatever, criticizing her for that, had no athletic, accolades or background. Never been to the Olympics. They don't understand the level of pressure, that the people have to endure. Through injury. I mean, when she gets the twisties, when you don't know your spatial orientation, man, it's very dangerous. Yeah, and I believe she got like 5 or 6 skills named after her. So I mean, she's doing her thing. I like her strength too. She does more like she doesn't do all that, all that stuff. She just like goes in hard and raw.
I'm looking at that balance beam. I don't think I can even walk across that sucker, like do a backflip and all that crap.
Man,
hey, I had a dear friend at Hamilton. Do like the coach was trying to force him to do like a dangerous maneuver, and he didn't want to do it, but he ended up doing paralyzed, end up like dying, like maybe a year or so after that. But I mean, that's why to me, gymnastics, I would never want my children to do that. I mean, it's dangerous, and you're right. If something's not right, it's way too dangerous to be doing. You just can't be doing. It's sort of like almost like a DUI type situation. If you tipsy, don't get in that car. If you flipsy, you got to stay away from that stuff. So it's very.
So gymnastics or football, which one do you feel is the least dangerous?
I mean,
one of those is a black job.
I mean, football is dangerous too, but I mean, there's pads and stuff. There's football can kind of be cleaned up after a fashion. Gymnastics is like really dangerous for the person. Like I haven't had a personal friend die from that, so I feel a little bit differently from it. So, but I mean, I understand that over the course of time, that blunt force drama. It's just sort of like boxing. Boxing is unnatural. They always talk about like MMA and boxers, and they're like, oh, MMA is savage and stuff like that. It's like, dude, they don't have those gloves where you can do that sustained damage over time. That sustained damage over time is much more problematic than intense damage.
Hey,
whatever.
Speaking of boxing.
All right, so let's talk
good
about
transition. Good segue.
Hey, you know what, Omar? Could you set this up? You have a great take on this. This you know this situation. Well, you know what that the fact that I'll say this. A lot of the Republicans, a lot of Fox News have been sitting there saying, see, this is the liberals that they want this trans person boxing and stuff like this, and this is an outrage and blah 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 and whatever. But she's not trans. She was born a woman. She was identified. She was identified at birth as a woman. She's basically been performing as a woman. She's been boxing for a while. She's lost to women as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now she does have like an extra chromosome or something like that. So, but they said that this is not necessarily the criteria of what makes you a female.
What do she got between her legs, bro? You doing a lot. What's between her legs? A vagina or what I got? What she got between her legs?
I don't know
That's what it is.
Your leg pause, but yeah, she's got a vagina. She's got a vagina.
According to people that grew up with she's from Algeria or something. Algeria, is it or something? And they say that she was born a woman. So she grew up as a woman. They showed a picture of her as a little girl. She just got a masculine look. And the boxer, the lady boxer, the Italian boxer who quit on her, she apologized to her. She issued an apology because after 46 seconds, she was talking about she'd never been hit that hard. And they accused her of being a transgender, and come to find out that she wasn't a transgender.
But they say
and that designation, though, that Walt was speaking about, that's just a matter of convenience because it's not always easily identifiable. And there's like multiple layers by which you can identify one or categorize one as a male or female. It's not that cut and dry binary. You got like the Gabby Dose people in the DR where I was just at. They're designated as females, but at the age of 12, they grow a penis. So, you have a spectrum of intersex people,
Where was this? Because I ain't going. Where was this?
That's a horn.
It's called the Gabby Dose. You have them in different places, but especially in the DR.
Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
Write that down, y'all. Dominican Republic.
All right, and also there was a sister who was the first black female to get a medal in fencing.
Yeah,
I forgot what her name
pregnant.
is.
Can someone shout out her name so we can?
Yeah, I have. You said she was pregnant,
and wasn't she pregnant? Yeah, Google it. Wow. Google it. Yes, she was pregnant.
What's her name? Oh, here we go.
Lauren Scruggs. Her name is
Lauren. Yeah, Scruggs. Yeah.
Cool. Did anything else? Oh, also shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson, she won the 100. And I think she was just qualifying for something, but she won that one. And then the 4x400 multi. I think it's the first time they had 2 women and 2 men running, and they won. The USA won that one too. So shout out. And then the last thing we want to cover on the Olympics was Flavor Flav.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he sponsored the Polo team. He found out they didn't have a lot of what they call necessities or things they needed. And so he sponsored them. I think some other people kicked in also. So shout out to Flavor Flav, putting that Public Enemy money to use and the Flavor of Love money to use.
More or less that Flavor of Love money. Yeah. That Public Enemy money got smoked up.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. I didn't want to say that.
Hey, their biggest success ever actually came way after the fact. What was that last song they did? They did a song like
I forgot. Got game.
No, it was I forgot what it was called, but they did they actually had a lot of success from that. But yeah, you're right. I'm sure that most of his money is from the
bring the
especially
noise and stuff like that, bro.
reality
Yeah.
TV.
Wait, I want to say this. If Ice Cube redid that song "True to the Game," remember how at the end he was snatching them hoods off their head to talk to the minister? Flavor Flav would have been the first one. You pull that hood off, it'd been Flavor Flav. Yeah, he got too much of an epiphany for them white girls, man. Come on, Flav, come back to the hood.
Wow.
Come on, fix him a plate. Fix him a plate.
All right, so we done with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I want to talk about. I don't know if we put it out there, but they actually have dropped the second statue for Kobe Bryant, and it's his. They revealed it, and it's gonna be basically him and his daughter. So it's Kobe and Gigi, and you got that picture up here. There you go.
Oh, where's that gonna be?
Oh, that's it's the Staples Center. They're gonna put all three of those statues are gonna be somewhere at the Staples Center. So
I think that's a little too much. I apologize. I think that's a little too much for Staples Center and what they represent with the statues that they put up there. Gigi, no disrespect. I love Kobe, but I think that's not the place it should be.
Well, again, he did inspire a lot of that whole girl dad movement, and then she was involved in basketball. So she, Kobe was doing a lot of work for the WNBA, and a lot of that because of the work that he was doing with his daughter. So she was a little bit of integral. There's a lot of those WNBA players that actually sort of like use her as a symbol. So there's something there. But I hear what you're saying. But it's never too much to celebrate Black people, Black love, Black family, and that's my position on it.
But as long as they don't do them like they did my boy Allen Iverson with that little small statue. Did y'all see that? They did.
Hey, Walk, you being unfair. That was by Allen Iverson's height, though. Come on now.
No, but see, the thing with that is that was the norm. It wasn't just his. They got a gang of other statues. All of them, all the greats of that Philly area got those same size statues. So it wasn't like give him a small one.
That's a big part of the. Yeah, I never heard that reporting. That part of the reporting. So yeah,
even Dr. J too.
Yeah, they all that size. So if you go to the arena, it's like a row of them. All those statues that size, and it's probably to save space instead of like the big ass one they got for Kobe and that big ass desk they got in front of the Staples Center for I forget who that was.
Chick Hearns.
Chick Hearns. They got some big ass statues.
Screen for Floyd X.
I know, for real, that was disrespectful. Take some Sacramento dude, but yeah,
Hey, I recuse.
Oh, wait a second. We were supposed to address that.
Moving on. Let's move on to the next.
I forgot. Yeah, he was talking about. He was on the show talking about NWA. He had to pull himself from the show because he said, "No, not NWA." He said, "What was Ice Cube's group started for Compton and Action?"
Compton in effect. Compton in effect.
Compton in Acton.
Yeah, he's a Compton in effect. It's like they weren't even from Compton, and of course, effect is not spelled that way, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, so corrections and retractions. So it was literally called. What was it called?
Criminals.
CIA.
Yeah, criminals in action.
That's what it was.
CIA.
I thought it was Crew in Action, actually, but anyway, it is what it is. But Kobe is a legend. He's an icon. And he deserves all that. That's all I wanted to say about Kobe.
Word. Girl dad. He made girl dad a big thing.
All right, let's get to the business, man. We got to talk about this Trump, man. And Trump, and we're trying to avoid being a political show, but Trump out there, he trying to get back in the limelight since Kamala took over the limelight, or Mrs. Harris. Let me be respectful.
Kamala Mania. Call it Kamala Mania.
She says Kamala.
Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala Mania. Okay. So
Kamala Devi.
Okay, what?
Kamala Devi. That's her entire name. Kamala Devi Harris.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Both of those names are Indian, Kamala and Devi.
So hey, I want to play the clip that was kind of controversial that Trump did, and people was in an uproar about that. Everybody is still asking questions, especially Mr. Walk. Let's go.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that
I think
she is
somebody should look into that too when you ask continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe?
Yeah, go ahead, Walk. Say what you got to say. Get it out your system.
Don't get out the system. Kamala Harris is now officially Attorney General, California, and the first Indian American elected statewide. Come on now.
So
there's interviews with her saying, I'm the first Indian American. Come on, over and over. But she switched magically, and all of a sudden she's a black woman now. You know what I'm saying? This is well known. This is well known, and she's been doing it for years.
Let's be clear. We had this whole conversation last week. That was one of the topics. Is she black? And if you want to hear everybody points, go tune into that. Go rewatch that show from last week. So let's focus on the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists, with Trump.
Real quick.
Uh-oh.
She was the first. She said that she was the first Indian. She couldn't say that she was the first black person because someone was already the first black person was somebody else. So she was the first Indian. That was not exclusive. That's just like saying you Walk. If you identify as a Democrat or Republican, but you can also be black too. I mean, you can also, people are multiracial. So that's what it is. So the fact that she was an Indian, the first Indian that did this, didn't mean she wasn't black. So you got to understand how language works. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All right, so let's go. So Mr. Omar, your take on the Trump at the NABJ. What was your take when you saw that? Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a major mistake by the NABJ. Like right in the beginning, as Trump came on, she immediately went down the line of a bunch of different things that he has said and that he has done, like have meetings with white supremacists, attack black journalists in a racist manner. I mean, we know that he tried to lead an attempt coup. He has racism written all over his resume. Why then would you invite him there? That was a major mistake. You don't give him any platform. By doing so, you legitimize Trump. And he finessed her. He finessed everybody in there. The two, they was weak. The one person that was strong, she still got finessed. Because Trump is like, what are you hoping that it will lead to some expose? Like he'll suddenly say, oh, you're right, I'm racist, I need to change my... That's not going to happen. He's going to pivot. He's going to do what he does. And now, because of that joke, he's already playing on things that black people are already questioning her ethnicity. You gave Trump points. That was stupid. You could have invited Cornel West. You could have invited Geo Stein. You could have invited someone else that would give us more depth conversation. You accomplished nothing. But
he's a former president. He's a former president. What do you mean, like they wasn't supposed to invite him? Hey, my brother, I totally disagree with that. He's a former president. He's running for president. Come on,
I think that's more important because he's running for president. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't argue that he's legit. You can't argue that he's racist and then invite him on. So if David Duke was running for president,
they messed up. They should have been prepared. They should have been more prepared. That's what that's why a lot of people are black people is kind of mad, because they was not prepared to get them and really to stop them on certain things.
I'm saying if you did your homework, you're not going to stop Trump. That's not going to happen. The way you stop him is to not even invite him. So what? He's running for president. So he's not. They haven't invited Cornel West. He's running for president too.
Can I say something from a whole different perspective? Can I say something from a whole different perspective?
Okay.
What they could have did was ask him some softball questions first, to lighten them up, then make that the third question or so. You know what I'm saying? Ask him, hey, how you doing? And we're happy to have you here. Just like he said, he did make a point. It is disrespectful for you to ask me something like that without even saying, hey, nice to be here or anything like that. Give him some pleasantries. He likes that type of stuff. Butter him up. Then ask him that hard question. That's my point. That's what I believe.
That video was that interview lasted like how long? What did you say it was?
30 minutes, about 30 minutes.
Exactly. They were already late. They really didn't have a lot of time. They kind of had to get to the get. And the big part of it, he made it out like, oh, it was because you guys were having these audio problems and stuff like that. And they were having some audio problems, but it's come out after the fact that a big problem was that he was debating. He didn't want to be fact checked. So that was a big resistance there. Now, I will say this.
Where did you hear that at, man? You just be saying stuff.
No, I heard that too. I heard the exact same thing. They said they had audio problems, but they said they corrected it very quickly.
Wait.
He didn't want to be fact checked, and this is what they was negotiating behind the scenes before he went on. Because he probably wouldn't have went on if they was, if they didn't do what they did. Actually,
every show for the show, I send out a list with articles and stuff like that. So if you look at the articles that I sent to you, that I sent to Omar, that I sent to Floyd X, that I sent to First Lady, sent to everybody, it's in there, brother. So I'm just saying, I'm not just making up something up. But the point I was making, I actually lost my train of thought. But the bottom line is they didn't have a lot of time. When this is the point I was making. Okay, when you're an attorney and you're deposing somebody that you're trying to incriminate, what you want to do is you're not necessarily buttering up. You basically want to give them a rope to hang themselves. So you're just putting questions out there and you want them to give your response. You're not going to help them. You're just going to let them flail about and do what they do. So, people were saying like, oh, they didn't fact check and they didn't push back on these things. They pushed back after a fashion, but they said when it first started, they said, look, this is being fact checked live. So if you want that, go on to this link. They needed to focus that 30 minutes on getting to the get. So that's why, to me, they shouldn't even have to butter that. Trump should have just, he should have gave the exact same answer that he gave without taking 5 minutes to basically complain that she wasn't giving him a softball question.
But the thing is, you know what? They're not lawyers. That's not what they're there for. They're not deposing him. They're interviewing him. It's a difference.
Right.
They're letting him speak and give his opinion. I mean, it's just like when I ask something or whatever, walks in and look, ask him the question. Let him speak for himself. You that was like kind of the whole point is you put it out there, let him speak, because there's a lot of criticism after fact about how he performed, the things that he said. So to me, they got the goods on him. They accomplished it. So I mean, I can hear what you're saying.
I think. I'm sorry. I mean, you don't let your enemy, you don't give them a platform. I think that's just a major folly. You never see mainline news networks or give black people who are on the left a platform. It's very rare. You never see a Mumia Abu-Jabbar or Jamil Mutuquim or Sekou Odinga. People don't even know who these people are, and that's one of the reasons why they don't know who they are, because they don't give them the platform. That way you delegitimize your enemies. And if Trump is the true enemy that they paint him out, that we portray him to be, you should not invite him on. You should not give him a platform. He's not legit.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he's running for president.
But the thing is, they did. So since they did, let's deal with what they did.
Major folly. And they got embarrassed. This is the one time I have to agree with Roland. It was pathetic, despicable, and some other words he used. That was a
nice guy was saying that was a win for the Dems. Nice guy said it was a win for the Dems.
This is what I said. This is what I said. This is what I said. Since you're going to quote me, I said that was. I said the purpose of Trump going on there is he's trying to appeal to black people and trying to appeal to people outside of his base. I'm saying that his performance on that show did not appeal to people outside of his base it appealed to his base. So that's why I'm saying that it was an L, because I didn't say it was a win for Dems. I didn't say it was a win for I said it was an L for trying to appeal to black people, because what he did was a lot of offensive stuff to black people. Do you think that he performed well for black people on Omar on that interview?
Yeah, I think that black people who have a little slight disposition, or who are more open-minded to Trump, or straddling the fence, as they say, yeah, I think he won some of them over. Most black people are not going to vote for Trump anyway, so why even invite him on to show or demonstrate? He's going to do something to prove that he is the person that we should. Come on, we already know Trump.
Did he make an argument that he's going to be a good president for black people?
Yeah, he said he was the best black president.
No, I'm not talking about. I said, did he make a good argument for?
Yeah, he did. He surely did. He said he was the best president since
Abraham
Lincoln. Yeah,
and I think
is that an argument or is that a statement?
No, that's the truth. I believe him, because they're gonna put his face on the 3-cent bill.
3-cent bill.
Exactly.
Where you at, Floyd X? Floyd X, where you at?
When he made that statement, he got clapped. He got clapped and he got laughed.
He got a whole lot of laughs. We know Tom Scott.
Go ahead, get it out. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right. This is my take on it. Look, I watched it, and for me, I don't care for Kamala. I don't care for Trump. I really don't want Trump to go in office, because I believe he's going to destroy the way the system is right now. He's going to attempt to stay in there. That's my belief. He tried it and he failed. Thankfully to Mr. Mike Pence. So I think if he get back in, he's gonna try it again and he's gonna be successful the second time. But the whole thing, when he went down there, I looked at it. He gained a little bit more respect for me, because I look at it like, you going into the den, you know these people don't like you, and you go to meet with him, and he didn't falter, in the sense of he didn't change his tune, he didn't play nice. He went in there, he was ready to battle, and he battled with him, and they lost. When the Roland Martin, to me, I look at him as a black media voice for the Democrats, and the way he was complaining and cussing them out, talking about y'all shouldn't have did that, and I was against it from the start. He know they lost. He know it was a win for Trump. He knew it was. So that's how I look at it.
Excellent point, Ford. And I just may add, if you look at the body language of the main facilitator, Rachel or Rochelle, look at her body language, and then look at Trump's all towards the end. She's pent up. She's frustrated. She's discombobulated. Trump is smooth, finessed it. Win-win for Trump.
I want to compare it similar, because y'all know Trump been getting a lot of comparisons to 50 Cent. I compared to when 50 Cent got made up with the Locks, where 50 went to the Locks block by himself, met up with him, and they got cool, kicked it with him for hours when they was in the height of their beef. Made cool. That's what Trump did with the NABJ.
And people got to understand, man, people respect strength. And when he's always showing his strength, in the sense of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to push it. I'm going to go as far as I can push it. And it's respectable. As much as we hate it or it's disgusting, and sometimes it's against us. But like, some people still respect their enemy when he shows strength and stand 10 toes down. And that's what he's doing.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Hey, Floyd X. So did he convince you? Are you thinking? Do you support him now after that interview?
No.
El Poo, after watching that interview, did he convince you? Are you supporting him now?
No, but I'll tell you what I do know. He showed you who he is, even more. I mean, that's all it is.
Omar, did he sway you, convince you that he's the guy to go with?
But it's nothing that he can do to sway me. But no.
I mean, that's kind of really my point. I'm just saying that I understand that I understand that there's people, intelligent people like Walk, who actually agrees with a lot of stuff he does for intelligent reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's, we're not a monolith of perception. You know, we have different interests. Certain things matter to us more. So I've always said that, look, if the border is much more something that you're concerned about, he has a heavier hand on that. If you want to talk about Black history or wokeness, if you have a disdain for that, I mean, he's got a heavy hand for that. If those policies, if you believe that abortion shouldn't be allowed, he's got a heavy hand for that. He's going to appeal to you. So, and if some people like Mark think that he's somewhat of an economics guru, that's going to appeal to you. So it's not unintelligent to support the dude.
May I ask you this, Mr. Nice Guy? What about the people that are undecided, that are riding the fence? Do you think he pulled more of them in his direction?
Great question. I believe that the people that are undecided, by and large, watched that interview and saw that, whoa, this dude, he was, first of all, wasn't he supposed to be toning down the tone of all of this other stuff? This is the same old Trump before. This is basically the dude, this unhinged that starts freestyling. He's sitting there attacking this person for their race, sitting there dipping and dodging instead of answering the questions. And then he's asking me a question you want me to answer. I'm just saying, my point is that I think that independent people that will look at this objectively and be like, look, this was not a great performance. The fact that he went there, if you want to give him points for that, that's cool.
I disagree with you, Nice Guy, because people look at it. People that's on the fence look at it on a simple level. Was it funny? Was he entertaining? Yes, he was out there talking this shit and doing that, and people that talking to them, you're nasty, you're being nasty, and looking at him, they like, look at that, that's crazy. Talking about, and then he won by bringing up Kamala's blackness. Because that's what people are still talking about. We here bringing it up again because he brought it up again. And he making that at the forefront. People like, well, is she really black? Is she black? Her father is white.
You think that's getting her points? Because even the Republicans are coming out saying that this is a bad thing. Why is he doing this? They're literally saying, like, Haley going like, I wish he would not do that. That's ugly. I wish JD fans wouldn't talk about childless cat ladies. I'm just
telling you. What has history proven when it comes to Trump and the Republicans? It's F what the Republicans saying. They on the Trump train. The Republicans get in line. They can say all that against him all day. And he going to say, get in line because he got the base.
Hey, you know why?
Can I say something? Can I say one thing? If this man really cared about the country, why would he criticize everything that goes right with Biden?
He don't care about the country. Okay. Nobody said he cares about the country. He just got a base that supports him, and they're gonna help him go to this victory if Kamala don't step it up. And she ain't gonna step it up by having the lady or Megan Thee Stallion twerking. She ain't gonna win over no votes doing that shit. That's and true. Talking about my friend Quavo, it's like my friend Quavo says, she ain't gonna win. And she better stay her ass in Atlanta if she want to get some votes. You ain't gonna win that all around America. So too many black people against Kamala.
And this is all in my feed. Her ethnicity, and I think that with Trump, he created the story. She was always Indian as far as when he knew her. But I think there's some truth in it retroactively. She made a conscious decision at some point. Like if you're running for public office, Indian, that's not going to get you any juice. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't have any political capital. I think she consciously, not at how Trump tells the story, but at some point in her political career, as she was aspiring to run for office, she chose one more so than the other. She chose to present herself as a black person more often than as an Indian because she, unlike us, she does have the privilege to have the option. And blackness has way more political capital than Indian is.
I just want to say this. Many men wish death upon me. I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more. Many men.
Look, I think in another way he won, he's stepping on Kamala's her victory. When she was out and she was in the news, I said that already. And he took the spotlight back by being on that NABJ thing. And let's go to what tonight Brother LeBrea Truckin says. He did admit to freeing the J6 folks. I think that's January 6th. He did show that the hot water cop might walk all on his watch. That showed us who he really is. Okay. I agree
Yeah,
with that.
the articles that I'm reading is basically reinforcing what La Brea Truckin is saying. I'm just saying that I don't see anybody praising his attack on Kamala's blackness except for the black men that have already made it up in their mind that she's not black and are looking. I mean, that's what a lot of the criticism is about. You hear a lot of criticisms about her fake blackness and about her sleeping her way to the top. Nobody's talking about these personal digs about Trump. You know, we're talking about policy. So again, it's bounded. But it's banging the table versus banging the facts. I'm just saying that I see a lot of pushback from the comments.
What personal digs about Trump are you talking about? Because everybody know that he's a slime ball. Nobody debates that.
But again, I'm saying that's not the talk. That's not
because
on the
it's old news. It's old news.
Right.
Kamala is new. She's new, so she's getting the fresh sling of shit thrown at her because she's new. Everybody done thrown they shit at Trump already, and he's still standing. So it makes no sense. It makes no sense to throw shit at Trump anymore. He showed you who he is, and everybody, the people that's with him, is still with him.
The minority.
That's
he still
has
a
good analogy. He
has a 43%, favorability. I'm saying that
that's a lot. That's a lot.
But she has like a 50% favorability.
Where you see that at? I thought it was 47 to 48.
50. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's my point is that it's when you talk about favorability. Again, we should be talking about policies. We shouldn't be talking about these.
What's her policy? What's her policy? I ain't heard one yet.
About her policies.
I ain't heard none yet.
We talked about her policies.
She want to ban assault rifles.
I have to be honest. I have not heard.
Go on her website. All she talking about is money right now. I need support. Raise this. At least on Trump's website, he got certain things and he's sticking to the script. You gotta respect that. He ain't changing and wavering and folding, even though how you said the Republicans are like, nah, don't do that. Don't talk about that. He's like, man, forget all that. Is you black or is you Indian, girl? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's sticking to the script. And it's listen, I'm not the one that's going to say whether it's working or not, but it seems like it's working. And she is getting that fresh sling of shit in her face. What you going to do, Kamala?
I think another
hold on. Let me ask you a question, Walk.
Okay, go ahead.
Walk, what website are you talking about for real, Trump? You talking about Truth?
Trump's official website.
Truth Social?
You talking about the age? You talking about the 47? 47. Policy 47 or whatever. He does break down that stuff. But I mean, the Dems, the Biden Harris, they've got their own websites and stuff like that. They decree their policies. Put it this way. I know what their policy. I'm not trying to dispute their policies or here, whatever. I understand we're on the different sides of the fence of that. I'm just telling you that, this should be about policy and it shouldn't be about her blackness. And it shouldn't be because first of all, she's black. Most of the people on this panel accept the fact that she's black. She was born black. Even if she was confused and didn't understand that she was black because her daddy's black. Period. She's black.
So slow down, Mr. Nice Guy. You're saying that as a matter of fact. But listen, this is the argument that's being raised, and this is why I'm like,
what exactly am I saying? As a matter of fact,
you said she's black. She's black because she did this. She's black because she did that. Her father's black. You can't say it like that because we don't know her father's black. All we know that he was from Jamaica. We don't know if he was born there or how long he been there. And is it both of his parents? Is his mama Indian? Is his daddy Indian? What are they? Is his daddy a black man? Black. I'm asking you.
He's got a whole article. He's got a whole website with stuff or information.
It says his father is black.
Yeah. I put that information in our chat. And all
talking to you though. Talking to you right now. Stop. Nobody's gonna read. Nobody read it. You read it. Okay, we talking to you. So explain it, brother.
Me, and I just explained it to you. He was black. His parents
were
black. Her father is black.
We still debating the black.
Slow down. I'm saying is her father, is his father black?
Her father is black.
Is his father black?
Her grandfather.
Yeah,
her grandfather.
His parents is black.
So her grandfather is black. You know that. Where'd you
get that? His parents. I said something about his grandfather. I mean, of course he's got white people in it. Again, I said that we are all the byproduct of weight.
No, listen. Slow down, nice guy. We trying to distinguish is her father, is his parents Indian or black?
Black.
His mother and father. How do you know this? How do you know her father's father's black?
because he says it. He gives this whole history. He has like this dude is an established dude, so he's got like a website, all type of information. So it's out there. Go ahead and research it. Go ahead and research
Mr. Nice Guy.
He did already. Wait, he already said that his family was slave owners. His goes way back. They was slave owners in Jamaica. And then if you ask him, he said he's like Austrian and something mixed, but it's more with the Hindu, and he rocking with the Hindus, bro. With him, it just keep it on the hush. You look at his brother. His brother speak like beep. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So that'll be like my brother is an African, but I'm saying I'm not African. But Floyd is straight up. You're speaking the language and everything, bro. Come on, this dude's is a questionable history. That's why we ain't hearing much about him. He's alive. You ain't nobody interviewing because he's avoiding. Ain't he like a college professor right now?
He's not avoiding anything. He's not avoiding anything.
I'm surprised they ain't do him. I'm surprised they ain't do him like they did Obama's mother.
But I think part of the confusion is the double meaning or the different meaning that we ascribe to blackness. Some people say black. Blackness has two meanings: racially black, but then you mean black as in African American. So even if he was or is racially black, she's born outside of the African American black tradition. Like that doesn't.
He's not FBA. He's definitely.
Right. Let me stop everything right here.
We are black.
Sorry, Mr. Omar. Sorry. Let me stop everything because this is another example of why Trump has won that victory. Because we were done here discussing her blackness. Trump won. But this is another example. Why are we still talking about the blackness as opposed to talking about Trump at the NABJ? Because he won.
Floyd X, is she black? Do you think she's black?
I say it's until I find out what her grandparents are on her father's side, I'm gonna say it's up in the air.
I'm gonna go back and look at last week's show and figure out if Floyd X thinks she's black.
Yeah, I think he said he was black.
She took an untraditional route into blackness. She's like an honorary black. She's black. I accept her as culturally black at this point.
I accept her as a black person. I accept her as black.
Floyd, you right. Trump wrong. Well, we still talking about it. We got a couple more.
Let's move on. Let's move on, man. We got to talk about Benjamin Crump since we put him on the cover. Benjamin Crump, good or bad for the black community? Who want to speak on that? Real quick.
He's good for getting you some.
About it. All right, go ahead.
He good for getting you some money if your loved one got killed. He good for that. He good for his face is anonymous with that because just like we first seen him with Trayvon Martin. But what laws or have he tried to change or what policies is he like advocating for?
I got an answer for you, but first let me do a quick mini bio on him. Because I did my research on him, so
thank you.
Let me put it to use. Benjamin Crump. The first time I think most of us heard of him was the Trayvon Martin. He was. I'm getting all the wrong pictures. Hold on. I'm trying to pull the one. Okay, the first one he was standing with the Trayvon Martin's parents when that Zimmerman guy killed him. So he stood up and represented the family, and got him lawsuits, and he brings national attention to these cop killings and these vigilante killings. He brings national attention to it. He was there for the Trayvon Martin. He was there for the Mike Brown parents. Those are the parents of Mike Brown when Mike Brown was killed in St. Louis. He was killed in St. Louis by the cop. Huh?
We went there.
Yeah, we did.
We went there.
So he was killed by the St. Louis cop. Thanks to Benjamin Crump, he brought national attention. I know people feel some type of way about Al Sharpton, but they bring attention where it's needed. And then he was there for that. He spoke at the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, and he brought more awareness about Michael Brown during that time. And then in the latest, he's there with the family of what's the lady that was killed? Sonia Massey. He represents that family now, and he thankful to him. This is what he did recently. We was gonna get into police misconduct, but what happened after Sonia Massey was killed? The police union, or whatever you call the police, is it the union? They filed a grievance against the state of Illinois for firing the cop that shot Sonia Massey. They was gonna file a grievance and say he needs to be reinstated and put on administrative leave until this thing sees court. He should be removed from jail. But fortunately, and thanks to Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton, they held a meeting at a church this past week and demanded that they rescind that grievance. And of course, because of the attention was brought there, they rescinded the grievance. And now that cop is still fired. He's still in jail, thanks to Benjamin Crump. And that's the quick bio.
Thank you for that.
That's the purpose that they serve. You know, you have to organize events. There's people. These people know who to contact. They know how to get these press conferences. You know, a lot of people have clowned Al Sharpton today, treating him sort of like a attention whore, ambulance chaser. But you know, it's really just that these people know how to put you in front of the camera. You can talk about their agenda, all you want, but the bottom line is they shine the light on it. So that's what's up.
So you feel he's good or bad for do you feel he's good or bad? That's what the question was. Benjamin Crump, good or bad for the black community? So I mean, are we getting answers on that? Sorry.
In my opinion.
Wait, well, let nice guy answer. What's your answer, nice guy?
I said if I had to vote, if you wanted to make it a good or bad thing, I'm gonna say it's good.
Cool.
For the reasons that I just stated.
All right, Mr. Omar, what was you gonna say?
No, I think he's an asset to the black community. His what they will call activism type of attorney work also dates back to 2002. So he's been doing it for a while. I do get the feel that, you know, just like how you have lawyers that have billboards in the hood and they specialize in accidents, or did you have some injury on the job? You know, that's what he does. He specializes in blacks who have been targeted by the state for their race, mostly in the case of the police. And that's his bread and butter. And I think that we need someone like that.
So you'll say he's good?
I would say he's an asset. He's good for the black community. Yeah.
All right. Mr. El Poo.
Yeah, he's very good. I like to have him on my team.
Yep. And let me make a point real quick. When I was a member of the Nation of Islam, we used to go door to door selling the final call papers. And it was like some people used to reject us and turn us away and not interested. But then when something happens to their family and they needed the Nation of Islam, they needed brothers to stand with them, they came and spoke with the minister at the mosque, and us as soldiers, we stood with families. People, it was one sister, she had her daughter and like four other people was killed by a drunk driver who was a appointee of Arnold Schwarzenegger at the time. And we stood out there with the family. And that's why I understand, like, most of us probably aren't going to see the value in somebody like Benjamin Crump until one of our family members is shot and killed by the police. And then we're going to be looking like, how can we bring more attention to it? And Mr. Benjamin Crump come calling and say, hey, man, I want to bring some national attention, and we're going to call on the press conference, and we're going to speak about this situation. But real quick, we got Brother Joey Smith. He good for our minority families that can't fight for themselves. Thank you, brother. And then as far as what Mr. Walk was speaking on, what bills has he passed? He put out there he was pushing for the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Now, this is a bill it's still going through. It was passed in the House, it was passed by the Democrats, but the Republicans have been stalling it. And so that's another reason why I think Kamala Harris should become president, because if Trump go in, that thing is going to be dead. And that's where we get the body cams and the police misconduct and the outside investigations of the police during this time and the reporting. All that stuff is in the George Floyd Act. You can look it up on Wikipedia. It's called the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, and it's to help reform the police and make it more difficult for them to easily kill us. the way they doing it.
And I have to add this: he has done work around the New York Police Department involvement in the assassination of Malcolm X too. So
Wow,
got to give him props for that.
hell yeah. Okay, so of course I say he's good for the black community.
He good for getting you some money if a loved one of yours got shot on video by the police or something. He good for that. And it's my impersonation of Benjamin Crump. I hate how he talk. He sound like a damn slave. I'm sorry, I just had to go there. I really can't stand when he even talk. I wouldn't get him.
It's true what you're saying. That is true. I agree.
He sound like one of the Fat Albert kids.
But let me ask you this.
He reminds me of this show on Netflix, Better Call Saul. I don't know if you've seen that. But
one of my favorite shows of all time. I love that show.
Okay. But he's the Better Call Saul for the black community.
Wow.
Benjamin Bubba Crump.
But let me ask y'all this real quick. Like he in the recent police killings, in my opinion, it looks like we have been receiving justice faster. Like in Sonia Massey, that cop is sitting in jail with the who was after George Floyd. Like some incidents after the George Floyd, it seemed like the swift action was taken against these cops. They couldn't just put them on administrative leave and stuff like that. And hopefully, we got to get to it real quick, Mr. El Poo, the police misconduct. I want to show this video real quick, and this is part of what Benjamin Crump do. Hopefully, Benjamin Crump does, and hopefully he'll come to the rescue of this family right here.
The news conference outside of LAPD headquarters, and they want answers. The video shows 28-year-old Alexander Dante Mitchell being arrested. His attorney says he was in handcuffs when the officer punches him in the jaw. It happened in Watts on Sunday during a traffic stop.
That officer sucker punched my son while he was in handcuffs. And we're tired.
Today outside LAPD headquarters, Mitchell did not want to comment, but his family spoke out. They hired an attorney.
All I can tell you is he was handcuffed behind his back, and he was compliant, and he did nothing wrong. He did not deserve to be treated this way.
My client would put a handcuff. Now let me stop that. Yo, that's a big dude, though. That was a big dude, bro.
Yeah.
And that little white dude was intimidated, even though he's a police officer with a pistol. He was intimidated by that big brother. Floyd X be having that effect on people too.
Yeah. So you think punching somebody is a good way to make a person that's intimidating less intimidating?
If I'm a scary ass white boy, yeah. If I'm a scary ass terrified white boy with a pistol, yeah.
I think he's saying that the reaction was out of fear of punching the dude. It was a response because he was intimidated by that big old dude. I think that's what he's saying. But
how grandmother used to say about you, Floyd? That's Grandpa George would be like, "That's a big nigga.
That's a big nigga." All right, let's go to our.
That resonates.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go to our commercial real quick. We got a new one finally. Let's go.
Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. Be back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries. From early South Static, Shiraz, and TDG. Roll up at a pin. Turn it up, let the vinyl spin. 10:30 sharp, where the stories begin. From the golden era, treasures within. Spin that back show every Saturday when we break it down, the legends and the lore. Every beat, every rhyme, uncover more. From Grandmaster Flash to Nas's Raw, we're bridging the past, hip-hop's core.
That's a horn. It was no horn. That was
Hey, who did that?